Hello and welcome to Main Street Yoga, Placerville, California. My name is Sarah and I'll be leading you in a 75-minute gentle flow class today. I will be using 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks at home, you're welcome just to forgo the blocks, or you can find something to improvise with from around the house. I'm also sitting on a cushion to elevate my hips above my knees so that when I'm seated it is more comfortable for my body, and this is a really common thing for a lot of people to need. So if you need a cushion to sit on, you can use one off the couch or off your bed, and that will work just fine. If sitting in a cross-legged position isn't comfortable for you, you can find other seated positions that may be more comfortable, perhaps sitting on your shins with a cushion in between the sit bones and the calves may be more comfortable for you. Or any other seated position you can find where there's relatively little discomfort in your body. So please come to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. And place your hands on your thighs. And press down through your sit bones, lengthen through your waist. Take a deep inhale, draw your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, pull them back and down. The chest is open. The crown of your head is lifting toward the sky. Take your eyes to a close. Begin to draw your awareness and your attention to your physical body. Just noticing how you feel in your physical body today. And can you notice how you feel in your physical body without judging your body? So if there's areas of tension or stiffness or even pain, can you hold those feelings without judging, allowing your body to be as it is in this moment? Draw your awareness to your mind, noticing any thoughts and emotions that are present for you today. Again, whatever those thoughts and emotions are, just noticing the thoughts and emotions without judgment, accepting all the facets of your thoughts and emotions as being part of your experience today. Begin to draw your attention to your breath, bringing this awareness to the breath. At first, you may just notice your natural breath coming and going, but for a lot of you, this awareness, as soon as you bring awareness to your breath, you may alter the breath, and that's okay. Noticing the lift and fall of your inhales and exhales. And allow your belly to soften. So if you're holding the belly muscles in, allow your belly muscles to relax. Beginning to slow your breath down now. Take a deep inhale through your nose, and as you inhale, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel your belly contract. So imagine there's a balloon down the bottom of your lungs, and as you inhale, it's filling up and pressing your belly out. And as you exhale, your belly draws in. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. And continue just like this for a few rounds, practicing this simple belly breath technique. Next time you exhale, allow your breath to return to natural, and just pause here, being aware of your body, being aware of your thoughts and emotions, and being aware of your breath. Bring Your right hand to your belly, your left hand to the heart, and bow your chin in, bowing to yourself, promising to practice this awareness of body, thoughts, emotions, and breath throughout your practice today. Open your eyes, lift your gaze, take your hands down by your sides. And press your right hand into the ground. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over as you reach the fingertips to the side of the room. Inhale, reach both hands up, pressing the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm comes over, pressing the right side of the body to the right side of the room. Inhale, arms reach. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches over. The shoulder is in line with the head and the neck. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches over. Chest is open. Inhale, arms reach. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, pressing over toward the right. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, left hand down, pressing the right arm over to the left. And this time, inhale, lift the arms up, reach the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, take the hands down to the thighs. Deep inhale. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale completely. Exhale, take the gaze down as if you're looking at the floor, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale completely. Exhale. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, drop the gaze down. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder, stretching the left side of the neck. Exhale as you drop the head down, looking toward the floor, stretching the back of the neck. Pull the shoulders away from the ears here. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, take the gaze down, looking at the floor. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, take the gaze down. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. This time, pause here. Exhale completely. And inhale, draw your head up to center. Uncross your legs if they're crossed and take yourself off any props or pillows that you may be sitting on. And come to a hands and knees position. So your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Fingers are all spread nice and wide, pouring your weight evenly into the hands. Take a deep inhale, lift the tailbone up, the belly presses down toward the floor, heart draws open, the chest draws open, shoulders away from the ears as you look forward. Exhale, tailbone begins to round, belly draws in, chin toward your chest in cat pose. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, shoulders draw back, chest opens as your gaze rises. Exhale, tailbone rounds under, belly button in toward the spine, chin toward the chest. Inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, shoulders draw back away from your ears as the gaze rises. Exhale, as your tailbone rounds, belly draws in, chin to chest. And this time, inhale back to a neutral spine. Press your hips over to the right and then down toward the heels and then over to the left, coming in a big circle. Allow the head and neck to be soft and relaxed. So moving your body around toward your heels, over toward the left, over toward the right. One more circle and come back to center. Slide the knees out from underneath you, coming down onto your belly. Press your hands into the floor just under your chest. Come to the tops of your feet. Inhale, press into your pelvis and press the chest up off the ground. Chin is down toward the chest, so the gaze is at the floor. Elbows are in towards your sides. Deep breaths here. Exhale, release the chest towards the ground. Press into the hands and lift up onto your knees. Bring the knees in, take them a little wider than your hips, and press the sit bones back toward the heels as you come into child's pose. Face comes down toward the floor. Arms can be out in front of you or down by your sides. If your arms are down by your sides, draw the hands underneath the chest. Press yourself up onto your knees and take the knees directly under your hips. Toes can be curled or you can be flat on top of your feet. With an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reaching toward the sky. Exhale as the hands come down by your sides. Press down onto the ground and scoot the legs back, coming back onto the belly. Hands underneath the chest. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. Press into your pelvis. Inhale, lift the chest up, gazes toward the floor. Deep breaths here. Elbows in toward your side, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, release. Press into your hands. Lift up onto the knees. Take the knees a little wider than your hips. Press the sit bones back toward the heels. Bring the forehead to the floor or toward the floor. Arms can be in front of you or down by your sides. Child's pose. With an inhale, press into your knees. Sweep the hands out and up overhead. And this time, exhale, hands come down to the floor so that you come back into a hands and knees position. Knees come directly under the hips. Wrists are under your shoulders. Take a deep inhale, pour your weight into your left hand. Right arm reaches up, so maybe just a little bit, or if it's comfortable for your body, you can open that chest completely, pressing the right fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, the right hand sweeps under, the top of the hand faces the floor as you sweep the arm underneath the left arm and bring the right ear to the floor. Inhale, sweep up and open. Exhale, release the right arm under the left arm as you thread the needle through. Inhale, press and open, so twisting, opening the chest. Exhale, release the arm underneath the left arm, right ear to the ground. Inhale as you reach. And this time, exhale, hand comes to the floor. Pour your weight into your right hand now. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left arm sweeps under, right arm, left ear to floor. Inhale as you reach. Chest opens. Exhale as you draw the left arm underneath the right arm, left ear to the floor. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you release. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you release. Inhale, reach the left arm up, opening the chest. Exhale, take the left hand down to the floor, hands and knees position. If you have your blocks in front of you, place them on the highest setting. If you don't have blocks, hands can be to the floor. And step the right foot in between the hands or the blocks. Back toes can be curled underneath. Press the right knee past the ankle. The heel of the foot stays on the floor. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. Open your heart. And the gaze is straight ahead. Pressing the knee forward to stretch the left hip flexor. With an exhale, begin to straighten the right leg. The ball of the foot can come off the ground. Maybe just coming back a couple of inches and then rounding over the extended leg. For some of you, it may be comfortable to come all the way back onto the left heel. Beginning to move through those two poses with your breath. With an inhale, draw the right knee forward, pressing the knee toward the toes, heel stays on the ground, heart opens, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale as you rock back, coming only as low as you need to get a little sensation in the back of your leg. Inhale, rock forward. Heart opens. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward, heart open, shoulders draw down away from your ears. Exhale, rock back. Ball of the foot lifts up off the ground as you stretch over the extended leg. Inhale, this time rock forward, knee is directly over your ankle. Place the hands on the blocks or floor and step the right knee underneath the hip. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands or your blocks. Press the left knee forward toward the toes. Heart draws forward, shoulders draw back and down, gazes straight ahead. Pressing the left knee forward, but the left heel stays on the ground. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rock back, straightening the left leg. The ball of the foot can come up off the ground, rounding over the extended leg. Again, just maybe an inch, or maybe you can come back a little more if it feels comfortable for you. Again, just getting some sensation, some feeling of stretch in the left leg without feeling in pain or discomfort. Moving with your breath now, inhale, come forward, pressing the knee toward the toes. Shoulders away from your ears as your heart opens, looking straight ahead. Exhale as you rock back. The ball of the foot lifts up off the ground as you round. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, press forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, press forward. This time, knee comes directly over the ankle. Now you can press your hands into your blocks here. If you don't have blocks, you can press your hand into your knee and step up and forward. Take your feet to be hip distance apart and parallel, standing at the front of your mat. With an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, reaching the fingertips toward the sky. Palms come together. Exhale the hands through heart center and down by your sides, coming into mountain pose. Fingertips pressing toward the floor, shoulders back and away from the ears. Soften your knees, and with an inhale, draw the left arm out behind you and up overhead. Right arm comes out behind you and then up overhead. So as if you're swimming through the air here. Knees need to be a little bit bent to protect them. So definitely don't keep the legs locked. And if you like, if it feels safe here, you can close your eyes and just feel the arms swimming through the air. Deep breaths here. Next time that your right arm comes up and overhead, allow it to come down to your hip, and then reverse the motion as if you're backstroking through the air. Next time your right arm comes out in front of you, allow the left hand to come down by your side, right arm comes overhead, and then down by your side. And pause for a moment here, feet hip distance apart and parallel, right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart, closing your eyes if it's safe for you to do so while standing. And take a moment to notice how it feels to be standing. Feeling your feet press into the ground, pressing evenly through your feet. Noticing if you tend to lock your knees, allowing the knees just to be slightly bent. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, take your hands down by your sides. And take the left hand to the hip. Right arm reaches up overhead. Press evenly through the feet. Press the right hip toward the right side of your room as the right arm reaches up over to the left. Shoulder in line with the head and the neck. Deep breaths here. Inhale, arm reaches back up. Exhale, take the right hand down to the hip. Inhale, left arm reaches up overhead as the left hip presses to the side of the room, stretching open the left side of the body as the left fingertips reach up overhead. Shoulder is in line with the head and neck, so the chest space is open. Deep breaths here. Inhale, sweeping both arms up this time, reaching fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, palms come together through heart center and down to your sides. Pause here. Inhale, arms reach back up overhead. Palms come together overhead. Exhale, bend the knees just a little bit. Hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart as you fold forward. Place your hands on your thighs, shins, or feet, or on the ground if it's safe for you to do so. Allow the head and neck to be relaxed as you come to a forward fold. Wherever you are, slide the hands up to your shins, gently begin to lift the chest up off the legs, and slide the hands all the way to your thighs. Bend your knees deeply now, pressing your weight in towards your heels. Inhale, draw the arms out in front of you, palms face up, shoulders melt down the back body. Heart is open in Utkatasana. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, hands come into the heart, draw up overhead, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands come down in front of you as you slide back in, pouring your weight into the heels, coming back into Utkatasana. Shoulders draw down the back. Deep breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, hands come in toward the heart and draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, legs are straight, and then exhale, bend the knees. Drop the arms down to shoulder level. Shoulders come down to the back body, palms face up. Exhaling completely. Deep inhale. Exhale completely. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms sweep up through heart center and up overhead. And this time, exhale, hands come down by your sides. Take your hands to your hips. Take your feet nice and wide on the mat, so a little bit wider than your hip distance. And bend your knees and begin to turn the hips from side to side and in front of you. So big circles with your hips here. Forward, to the side, back, to the other side. Big hip circles. And take your circles in the opposite direction now. And then come back to center and take your feet together again. Step the right foot back as far as feels comfortable for you, and then turn to face your screen and have both feet pointing out at 11 and 1 o'clock. Hands come to your hips. Bend your knees so that this pelvis comes down lower. So it might just be a tiny little bit. For some of you, you may be able to come down deeper. It's just come down as deep as feels comfortable for you. Slide your hands down your thighs and turn the fingertips around so the fingertips are facing behind you. So you're squatting, leaning on your thighs here. And take a deep inhale and exhale, press the left shoulder across the body toward the right side, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, press the right hand into the thigh, pressing the thigh away, stretching and twisting, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side, grounding down through the feet, feeling stable in your legs. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right shoulder passes over the body as you look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. This time, inhale back to center. Exhale down, so drawing the pelvis down toward the ground just a little bit more if it's comfortable for you. Keeping the hands on the thighs or lifting the arms out to the side. Deep breath here. On your next inhale, straighten your legs. Take your hands down to your hips as you exhale. Turn the feet in and then pivot so that you face the front of your mat again and step to the front of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Knees are slightly bent. Arms come down by your sides. With an inhale, right arm reaches up overhead, left hand presses to the left hip as the right hip presses to the right side of the room. Left fingertips reach toward the right fingertips reach toward the left side of the room. Inhale as you reach both arms up. Exhale as you come over. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you come over. Inhale, reach, get length through the spine. Exhale, right hand comes down to the hip, left arm reaches up overhead. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches over. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to your sides. Take your hands down to your thighs or your blocks and gently step one knee down and the other knee down to the ground. Slide the legs out from underneath you as you come down onto your belly. Press your hands into the floor underneath your chest. Come to the tops of your feet. Press into your pelvis and peel the chest up off the ground. Shoulders slide away from the ears. Gaze is down to the floor. Deep breath here. On your next exhale, releasing down toward the floor. Press into your hands and lift up onto hands and knees. Take the knees a little bit wider than your hips and press the sit bones back toward the heels. The tops of the feet press into the ground. Forehead comes toward the ground or to the ground. Arms can stay in front of you or down by your sides in child's pose. If the hands are down by your sides, draw your hands up under your shoulders, come up onto hands and knees. Take the knees in to be under the hips. Come up onto the knees, hands down by your sides. Curl your toes under. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, take the hands down to the mat in front of you. Slide the knees out from underneath you, coming down to the floor again. Come onto the tops of your feet. Press the feet and the pelvis into the ground. Take a deep inhale as you press your pelvis into the ground. Peel your chest up off the mat, looking down at the floor. Pressing only just a little bit into the palms of the hands so that you're using your muscles in your lower back and abdomen to peel the chest up off the ground. On your next exhale, release the chest down to the ground, relax the body, press into the hands, lift up into a hands and knees position. Take the knees nice and wide, press the sit bones back toward your heels, coming into your variation of child's pose. Inhale, come up, hands and knees position. Take the knees to be underneath the hips again. With an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, reaching the fingertips to the sky. And exhale, this time take the hands down to your hips. Take the right leg out to your side, toes pointing forward. Some people do find it more comfortable to point their toes away from them. That is not true for me, so I'm going to point my toes forward, and you can find what feels right for you. And then level the hips as much as is possible for you. With an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand comes down to the outside of the right thigh, left arm reaches up overhead. Deep breaths here. Again, shoulder is in line with the head and neck. On your next exhale, begin to turn to look at the right leg and place the left hand down on the thigh, drawing the chest toward the thigh as much as is comfortable for your body. If you like, and there's space in your body, you can take the hand behind the outside of the right calf, or you can take the hand down to your foot, drawing the chest in toward the leg. Inhale, sweep the arm up and open. And exhale, take the left hand down to the left side. Right arm reaches up overhead, stretching the right side of the body as the fingertips point toward the left side. Palm facing down, again, shoulder in line with the head and neck. Inhale, press into the knee and the foot to lift up, engaging the core as you rise, stretching, lengthening the spine. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm reaches over, pausing just for a moment. Deep inhale. Exhale, draw the left hand down toward the thigh, back of the calf or floor, wherever is comfortable for you, drawing the head toward the leg. Inhale, sweep open. And exhale over to the left, placing the left hand down, right arm sweeps up and long, palm facing down, fingertips pressing toward the left. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale as you come over, right hand comes down, left arm stretches over to the right side, and then come down toward the leg. So folding, hinging at the hips, drawing the hand behind the thigh, on the thigh or the calf of the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm, left arm up, right arm comes up too. Exhale as you release the hands to the floor. Draw the right knee in underneath the hip. Both knees are underneath your hips now, and both wrists are underneath your shoulders. Press the hips over to the left, and then down toward the feet, and over to the right, and toward the wrists. So making a big circle with the body here. When you come back to center, pause and press the hips over toward the right and then down toward the heels and over to the left and toward the wrists. And then around again, big circles here, head and neck as soft and relaxed. and come back to center and pause. With an inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, take the hands down to your hips. And take the left leg out by your side. Again, toes can point to the front of the room or they can point to the side. Hips are as level as possible and as comfortable for your body. With an inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up overhead. So chest is open, shoulder and arm is in line with the head and the neck. Deep breaths here. Take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, hinge at your hips as you turn to face the extended leg. Right hand comes down onto the thigh or behind the calf or to the foot or the floor, drawing the torso in towards your extended leg. Deep breaths here. Inhale, begin to peel the chest up off the leg. Draw the right arm up overhead and then over to the other side. So placing the right hand or fingertips down onto the ground. Left arm reaches up overhead. Palm faces down, shoulder and arm in line with the head and the neck. Deep breaths here. Inhale, use the core to engage your core. Press into the extended foot and the knee to lift yourself up. And then flowing with your breath, left hand comes down, right arm over. Pause for a breath as you inhale in. And exhale, close the gate. This is Paradasana, gate pose, drawing the torso toward the leg. Inhale, right arm reaches as you open. And exhale over to the right. So right hand down, left arm reaches, heart is open. Palm faces down. Inhale, press into the knee and foot, engage your core, lift up, over to the other side. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, draw the torso over the extended leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over. Inhale completely, exhale as you fall. Inhale, reach up. And this time pausing here, both arms reach. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Draw the left knee in underneath the hips. Press the hips over toward the right and then down toward the heels and over to the left. And make a big circle with the body. Head and neck is relaxed. When you come back through center, pause and press the hips over to the left and then down toward the heels and over to the right. Head and neck is relaxed. Next time you come through center, pause there. And take your legs out to the side to come to sit onto your sit bones and take your feet out in front of you. And press your hands down by your sides. If you need a little extra lift in the pelvis here, you can place something underneath the sit bones just slightly to tilt the pelvis forward. And place your hands down by your sides, spread the fingers nice and wide, flex the feet towards you. So coming into Dandasana. Your spine is long and your crown is pressing toward the ceiling. And take a deep inhale. As you inhale, lift the left foot up off the ground slightly. The right arm comes down by your side, the side of your leg as well. Palm faces in towards your leg. Exhale, place the foot down, place the hand down. Keep length in the spine. Inhale, right leg lifts, left arm lifts, palm faces in. Exhale, release. So using the core here, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Back stays nice and straight with a natural curve in your spine. Leg lifts, arm lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, leg lifts, arm lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale one more time on this side. Exhale, release. Draw the soles of your feet together. Face this way. And draw the soles of your feet together. Heels come in toward the pelvis. The closer the heels are to your pelvis, the more intense the stretch. So if you need to back off a little bit, draw the feet away from your body. Take your hands to the knee, the shins, or even behind the thighs. If it's comfortable for your body, you can take your hands to the toes. Wherever you are, draw your chest forward, shoulders melt down away from your ears. Draw the heart forward, so hinge at your hips as you begin to draw the heart toward the toes. You can press the thighs away with the elbows if it's safe for your knees. Then once you come down, if it feels good for your body, you can draw your chin in toward the chest and round the upper back slightly. And take deep breaths here. With an inhale, slowly begin to peel the chest up off the legs and slide the hands down by your sides and straighten the legs out again so the feet are flexed towards you, palms are down by your sides. Back is straight with the natural curve in your spine. The crown of your head is lifting toward the sky. Deep breath here. Place your hands on top of your thighs. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, begin to walk the hands down your legs, hinging at the hips, keeping the feet flexed towards you. So some of you may be able to take your hands to the toes, but notice if that causes you to collapse and place the hands a little bit further up the legs, draw the chest forward. Deep breath here. With an inhale, gently peel the chest up as the hands slide up the legs. Take the hands down by your sides. And slowly begin to lower yourself down onto your back. When you come down onto your back, allow yourself to relax fully into the ground. And just notice how it feels to be laying down, being supported by the earth. Take a deep inhale. Open your mouth and exhale completely. Inhale, take the feet toward the sit bones, pressing the feet into the ground so the heels, you can just reach the heels with your fingertips. The knees are about hip distance apart. Press the shoulders and palms into the earth. With an inhale, begin to press into the feet, press into your shoulders, and lift the hips just slightly off the ground, or maybe a little more. If you like, the arms can come up overhead. As you exhale, hips come down, the arms come down as well. So a moving bridge pose. There should be no pain or discomfort in the neck. Inhale, press into the ground, lift the pelvis, draw the tailbone toward the knees. Arms rise overhead. Exhale as you lower down. Arms come down, palms come to the earth. Inhale, press into the feet, press into your shoulders, lift the hips, arms rise overhead, tops of the hands touch down. Exhale as you release. This time, pause here, come down. Just notice the sensations in your body. And then draw your knees in toward your chest, give them a hug and a squeeze, draw your forehead towards your knees. Take the upper back down onto the ground. Take the hands to the knees. Begin to make circles, pressing the lower back into the ground. And take your circles in the opposite direction. Then come back into stillness. Take your arms out to a T or cactus arms where the elbows are bent, and press the palms. If your palms are facing down, you can press your palms into the earth or press the tops of your hands into the earth, protecting your body by being engaged. With an exhale, take the knees over to the right. If it's comfortable for you, looking in over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the other side, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale over to the left, look over the right. Over to the right, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the left, look over to the right, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. One more time, over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. This time, pause, sweep the hands down, palms press into the earth. Shoulders are slightly tucked under the back body. Lift the feet up to the sky. So flex the feet, pressing the feet toward the sky. If the knees need to stay bent a little, that's okay too. Pausing here. If it feels comfortable for you, you can draw the arms up, palms face each other. With an exhale, allow the knees to bend and come toward the outside of the torso. You can take the hands behind the thighs, drawing the tops of the thighs in toward the either side of the torso. If it's comfortable for you to do so, you can take the hands around the feet as well, drawing the knees down to either side, and the lower back staying as much to the ground as possible, coming into happy baby. Deep breaths here. Exhale, release the feet, draw the knees in toward each other, straighten the legs, take the hands down by your sides or draw the arms out, palms face each other. Exhale, hands can come out to the sides, palms facing down, arms straight, or you can bend the elbows, pressing the tops of the hands into the ground. Bend your knees. Exhale, take the knees over toward the right, look over the left shoulder, coming into a twist. Inhale, bring the legs back to center, pressing into the palms for stability. Knees come over toward the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left, look over the right over to the right, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. This time, pause here. Take the hands down by your sides, palms press into the ground, soles of the feet press into the ground, so the heels are in towards the sit bones so that you can touch them with your hands. Touch your shoulders gently under the back body, press into the feet. Inhale, lift the pelvis up off the ground, drawing your tailbone toward the knees slightly. Arms can rise overhead as the tops of the hands come in toward the ground. Exhale, soften the hips down, arms come down, palms touch the earth. Inhale, press into your feet, press into your shoulders, arms rise. Exhale as you release. Inhale, press into the feet, press into the shoulders, arms rise. Exhale as you release the hands, release the hips, this time pausing as you come down. Knees come in towards your chest, give them a hug. Draw your head in toward you. Exhale, release the head and shoulders back down to the ground. Take your hands to either knee and begin to rock the lower back into the ground, coming into circles. And then coming back into stillness and pause. Take the feet down to the earth again so that you can touch the heels with the fingertips. Tuck the shoulders under. And then take start with the right foot. Take the right foot up to the sky. And then bend the knee and take the ankle toward on top of the left thigh. You can stay here and press the right leg away from your torso with your hand. If you'd like a more intense stretch, you can lift the left foot up off the ground and take the hands around the back of the left thigh. Then you can press the left knee away from your body with your elbow. The right foot should be flexed to protect your knee. Deep breath here. Exhale, the left foot lands back down. Uncross the right foot from the thigh and place the right foot down to the ground. Pause here, just noticing if one side feels different to the other. When you're ready, left leg lifts up, left ankle to the top of the right thigh, left foot is flexed. You can stay here and press the left leg away from you by using the left hand, or if you'd like to intensify the pose, you can draw the right foot up off the ground, left foot stays flexed, place the hands around the back of the thigh, and you can press the left leg away from you with the left elbow. Deep breath here. Exhale, the right foot lands down. Uncross the left leg from the right. Take the left foot down. Pause here, just noticing how you feel. Take the arms out by your sides. Place the palms down on the earth. Press into your shoulders. Lift the feet up off the ground. With an exhale, take your legs over to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the right, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, pause. Take the hands to the knees. And then take the lower back on the ground, so making circles with the knees, pressing your lower back into the ground, giving it a bit of a massage here. And come back into stillness. Take your hands down on the floor by your sides, press the palms into the earth, and walk your shoulders under the body slightly. Press the feet toward the sky, flex your feet. Stay here, pressing the shoulders and hands into the earth, or take the arms up by in front of the legs, so alongside the legs, fingertips reaching toward the sky, palms face each other. Deep breath. With an exhale, bend your knees. Take the hands either around the thighs, drawing the knees to either side of the torso in happy baby, or if you can comfortably reach the feet, you can take the feet in the hands, pulling the knees down by your sides. The lower back is on the ground. And if it feels good to you here, you can rock from side to side, or if it doesn't feel good, you can stay in a static position. Otherwise, just rocking, rubbing the back into the ground. Coming back into stillness, pause. Let go of the feet, press the feet toward the sky, palms face each other, arms are straight and parallel. Deep breaths here, feet are flat. With an exhale, take your hands down, bend your knees, take your feet down to the ground. Allow the knees to open to either side of the room. Soles of the feet come together. One hand on the belly, one hand on your heart, coming into a reclined Baddha Konasana. Close your eyes. And with every breath, as you inhale, again return to that belly breath, so the belly expands as you inhale. And as you exhale, release and yield into the floor. On the next exhale, allow your breath to return to natural. Take your hands down by your sides and use your hands to help the thighs in toward one another. Draw your knees in towards you, give the knees a hug in toward the body, draw the forehead toward the knees. Exhale, relax and release. This time take the arms out to the sides, palms facing down, or the cactus arms if it's more comfortable for you. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, take your legs over to the right. This time pausing, so allowing the knees to touch down. If your knees hover, you can place a cushion underneath the knees. Sometimes I just use my arm. Or you can place the hand on top of the knees to intensify the stretch. If it's safe for your neck, you can look over the left shoulder. Pausing here in twist. Press the hands into the earth as you draw the knees back to center as you inhale. Pause. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, knees come over to the left. Again, placing something under the knees if you need to, or taking the gaze over toward the right. Hand can come on top of the thighs to draw them down to the ground to intensify the twist. Deep breaths here. And press the hands into the earth. Draw the knees back to center. Take the hands to the knees and begin to make circles of the lower back on the ground. Going from side to side or making full circles, whatever feels right to you right now. And coming back into stillness. Take a moment to find anything you may need to be comfortable for a period of relaxation. So if you're cold, placing a blanket on yourself, placing pillows underneath the knees can help you relax, especially if you have a tight lower back. And then once you're ready, coming down onto the ground, allowing your body to melt into the earth. Once you come down, take a deep inhale and begin to tighten the entire body. So start at the toes, curling the toes under, tensing up the muscles in the legs, the thighs, the pelvis is tight, the belly is tight, tensing the hands into a fist, stretching the face up into a tight bowl. And then when you're ready, exhale, release everything. And try that again, tighten everything up, scrunching the toes underneath, the hands come into a tight fist, legs are tight, belly is tight, chest is tight, face is tight. Exhale, release. So feeling yourself melt into the ground. Really noticing the difference of what your body feels like when it's relaxed and when it's engaged. And as you lay here for a period of Shavasana, relaxation or corpse pose, I'll share with you a poem by Mary Oliver. The spirit likes to dress up like this: 10 fingers, 10 toes, shoulders, and all the rest. At night in the black branches, in the morning in the blue branches of the world. It could float, of course, but would rather plumb rough matter, airy and shapeless thing. It needs the metaphor of the body, lime and appetite, the oceanic fluids. It needs the body's world, instinct and imagination, and the dark hug of time, sweetness and tangibility. To be understood, to be more than pure light that burns where no one is. So it enters us in the morning, shines from brute comfort like a stitch of lightning, and at night lights up the deep and wondrous drownings of the body like a star. So with these words, continue to relax here, being aware of the sensations of your body, being aware of your thoughts and your emotions, again without judgment, being present in the body and the mind as you relax. your mind has wandered, begin to bring awareness to the temperature of your skin. So noticing the temperature of your skin. Maybe noticing the faint pulse of your heart. Noticing the lift and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. Noticing the sensations in your body. Noticing thoughts and emotions. Begin to bring movement into the body, clenching the hands into fists or wiggling the feet from side to side. Maybe taking your head from side to side as well, as if you're saying no. If it feels good for you today, you can stretch the arms overhead and stretch the feet toward the front of your room as you reach in a full body stretch. And then draw the arms down, take the knees into the chest and give the knees one last little hug. And then roll over onto one side, it doesn't matter what side, and just pause there for a moment. So laying on your side, taking time to really transition from relaxation and into the rest of your day. And using your hands to support you, gently beginning to press yourself up off the ground, keeping the gaze low and the eyes slightly closed. Getting a prop to sit on if you need one to sit comfortably. And coming to end where you began by taking a comfortable seat. Once you come to a comfortable seated position, placing your hands on your thighs, pressing down through your sit bones, lengthen through your waist. Draw your shoulders up toward your ears and back and down as you exhale. The crown of your head lifts toward the sky. Take your eyes to a close. Just take a moment to scan your body and notice if anything has shifted through your practice today. Noticing again without judgment the sensations in your body. Draw your awareness to your mind, your thoughts and your emotions. Notice if anything has shifted there through your practice today. Take this awareness to your breath, noticing the quality of your breath at the end of your practice. Noticing if anything has shifted in your breath through your practice today. Bring your palms together in front of heart center, pressing palm into palm, thumbs toward the sternum. And we can seal this practice by chanting the sound of Om if it's comfortable for you, and if it's not, of course, you're welcome just to listen. And take a deep inhale. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste. And thank you for joining me and watching this video. This is my first video ever. And it's interesting. So I hope to get some more videos out there for the Main Street Yoga community to help us through this time where we can't go to class. So hopefully I'll have a Vinyasa video up soon and a Yin Yoga video up soon as well. I hope you enjoyed the class and I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you.